few weeks ago, I made a video re-evaluating my 5 Things Spider-Man video from about a year ago, so I thought maybe I'll do the same thing for the other game that I did this for, First Class Trouble. At the time of the original video, First Class Trouble was getting regular scheduled updates through their roadmap that they posted online. But fast forward to now, and there hasn't really been much released. There's been a couple of patches, but no proper update for a very long time. But not long ago, on the First Class Trouble Discord page, there was a reveal that the game is still being worked on at least. It was revealed by Crazy Man in mid-May that there was something coming when he revealed, "We've got a big update in the pipeline, but we aren't going to give much information away on it yet." But never mind about the future of the game, let's have a look back at what I said in the original video and see if any of it actually got added into the game. First on the list, I said I'd like an in-game lobby chat. Even before my original video was made, I sent a DM through Twitter to the First Class Trouble team, asked them about it, and they responded to me saying it was something they were looking into. I'm guessing either they're still looking into adding it, and this may be included in this big update that Crazy Man mentioned, or they decided it's something not to add. So it's not been put into the game. But because it's something that they have said that it's something they're looking into, it's not necessarily a not happening, but it's not in there now. Secondly, I mentioned about syringe protection. Now this made me happy coming across this one again because it's actually been added into the game. Back in Update 20 in June 2022, the update featured a personal defense helmet, which a player could pick up and wear to protect them from death. I was pretty accurate with how I wanted it to as well. I said back then to make it a one-time use device, and that's exactly what it's become. A personoid can attempt to kill someone, but if the helmet's being worn, the personoid will get knocked back during the kill attempt, and the resident can then run off and try to get help from other residents, but they will lose their protection. Obviously they didn't see my original video, but it's almost like they did. My third point was a variety to the first round. And nothing has changed. I get why they haven't changed it, but there's not enough variety to this level. You either have the syringe downstairs, or you don't, and the rest is pretty boring to get through. If you see my videos of us playing the game, you'll notice a lot of the time I'll just edit over the first level and cut most of it out. Sometimes something funny will happen in the round, but not enough to make the round interesting. It's not like the Kane level where by then you're suspicious or confused or anything like that. This is the first level, it's just, oh, who's opposite my room? Oh, let's open the door. Oh, let's get some oxygen. Oh, let's put the keycards in. Every time. But maybe the big update can fix this. But I don't think it's going to happen. Now, fourth on the other hand, also hasn't changed. It's exactly the same as the game was when I first made the video. So, there isn't much to say about this. But going back to the original video, I included an extra note in there. This was meant to be my number 4 before the game actually added it in before I got a chance to make the video. This was custom games, and fair enough to them, they have been doing that constantly. Well, constantly enough when they do an update, that is. Each major update they've done, they've added new custom game mode options into the game, and I'll get more into that a little bit further into the video. Lastly, Resident Roles was the last one I said. This also never happened. The game pretty much stayed the same since the original 5 Things video, and residents and personoids are some of the things that never changed. Looking back at this one though, I feel like it wouldn't be too great of an addition to the game, other than the Doctor role maybe, because that actually has some useful role and can throw a plot twist into the game. I feel like when I came up with this idea originally, I was watching too much Among Us stuff, and it was like, oh, they did this in Among Us. This is a similar kind of game. This would be cool in this. But yeah, other than the Doctor role, I feel like this shouldn't be added to the game anymore. Other than the extra node, 1 out of 5 things I said actually got included into the game. So, I mean, it could have been a lot worse and it could have been 0. But I'll take 1. Fair enough. But now, looking back at the updates between the original video though, we've had Update 19, Security is Key. This added a few new things to the game. It added something called the security meeting, which you can press a button to call people to the room. It doesn't mean they will come, but they'll get an alert to come. They also added the meeting beacon for people to throw, similar to the security meeting, but it's portable, so if you find a body, you can throw it down here and get people to attend to the body. The third thing added was the trash compactor. This allowed you to murder your victims and then dump their body into the trash compactor so they weren't visible anymore. you'd also be able to throw oxygen canisters into them. For this update, the custom game side of it, however, added a lot of oxygen-based options to the game. Update 20 was named Personal Defense. This was mentioned during my second point. This update, other than the helmet, also added 2 new custom game options. First was hidden personoids, so if you were personoid with another person, you wouldn't know who the other one is. The second option was being able to edit the catastrophe events inside the game. Update 21, which was the last proper content update that we received, was the X-ray scanner. This was only included in certain areas like the ski resorts, the mall, and the restaurants, where they all got a large box-like device dropped into it, and someone could go stand inside, a second person would have to complete a skill check, and if the skill check was failed, the person inside would die, but if the skill check was passed, you'd be able to know if the person was a personoid or a resident, and then basically it was another way to find out if a player was safe without needing a scanner. There was also another item added in. This was in patch 1.7.5, which was a throwable syringe. This was the last proper item added into the game that wasn't included in one of the previous updates. This was added back in December, so it's been 7 months now since we've had a last update with any content-related stuff inside. This syringe would be laying around rather than in the casing, and a personoid would just walk alongside and pick it up randomly. And then they would have to try and aim and throw it as a player. It might not hit them, it may hit them. It's kind of just the luck of the draw. This patch also removed the roadmap from the game, which I'm pretty sure only had one more update on it, which was the Riviera update. This would have been a brand new map themed on some of the French beaches and resort areas. This could easily be included in the next update, but seeing as they didn't want to give any information away, maybe this map has been scrapped or something else will take its place. Hopefully they'll give some information at some point soon. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.